This is the talk show, and you're watching the Fight Network.
Impact Wrestling Review, the 19th of January 2021 / information on ref Brian Hebner. Hello and welcome back to another talk show episode from Pro Wrestling Global about this week's episode of Impact Wrestling. This is going to be a very entertaining show because it is the fallout from Hard to Kill pay-per-view, and it is the first Impact Wrestling with the new announce team in the form of D'Lo Brown and Matt Striker. I was blown away by them as the new announce team, and we even got some crowd noise like which was played during the Hard to Kill pay-per-view, and it started to feel like wrestling again with the fans there but not seeing them. I hope you understand what I mean. From a photo I have seen, it looks like Tony Khan and Jerry Lynn will be watching the action tonight as they're sitting where the fans normally sit tonight to watch the private party with Matt Hardy take on the team Chris Sabin and a TNA original from the very beginning in the form of the Cowboy James Storm. We even saw the return of Matt Hardy, who shocks the world by invading the Impact Zone along with his clients, the Private Party. I have seen the Private Party in action on All Elite Wrestling, and now I have seen them in action on Impact Wrestling. I am really surprised from what I saw of them, as they are an awesome tag team, and the Cowboy James Storm and Chris Sabin gave them a good wrestling match and gave us the fans a jaw-dropping match to watch. Even I still think like Chris Sabin does. The Motor City Machine Guns still are entitled to their rematch for the Impact Tag Team titles because they were never pinned, and they deserve their rematch for the Impact Tag Team titles. Tony Khan continues his series of paid ads on this week's Impact Wrestling programming, this time from the set of the Impact Zone itself. And he did not come alone. He did not come on his own, as he is joined by Jerry Lynn, a former TNA original as well. We also saw the champions collide on this week's episode of Impact Wrestling, as the Impact World Champion Rich Swann and the TNA World Heavyweight Champion Moose faced off in the middle of the ring with explosive results. I am really enjoying the Moose and Rich Swann segment. It is very intense between these two wrestlers, and with having the crowd playing in the background, makes even more intensive to watch. A bit of information on ref Brian Hebner. Brian Hebner is a professional wrestling referee and is the son of legendary referee Earl Hebner, where they both were referees in the World Wrestling Entertainment WWE and TNA Wrestling / Impact Wrestling, and then he went to work for National Wrestling Alliance NWA in 2018 when he left TNA Wrestling / Impact Wrestling. Brian's sister Katie Hebner made a cameo appearance with TNA in 2008 as Katie Kim, the sister of Gail Kim. Brian Hebner's uncle Dave Hebner is also a wrestling referee as well as a promoter also. But now Brian Hebner has returned to Impact Wrestling. He appeared at the first pay-per-view of the new 2021 year at Hard to Kill. I am really pleased to see him back home on Impact Wrestling, as he is an awesome referee and an awesome person. So welcome back to Brian Hebner. I ran a voting poll on Twitter to ask who will be watching Impact Wrestling in the UK, and it had 3 votes so far, which means 100% voted for yes and no one voted no, as I was a bit late putting the poll up this week on my Twitter page. I also ran a voting poll again on my YouTube channel asking what did you think of this week's episode of Impact Wrestling, the 19th of January 2021. And the results are, I had 13 people vote and 69% said it was awesome, only 15% said it was good, and 15% said it was bad. If you want to see the voting poll, it is still live on my YouTube channel. Thank you for taking part in the voting poll this week. My rating for the whole Impact Wrestling show is 10 out of 10. Please leave your comments below what you thought about this week's episode of Impact Wrestling in the comment section. My ratings for this week's matches are Eric Young versus Rhino. Eric Young, flanked by his violent by design stablemates Joe Doran and Dina, takes things too far as he sets out to injure Rhino in their one-on-one contest in this week's Impact Wrestling. I found this an entertaining match to watch. It was really good and it was really good to see the ref Brian Hebner back on Impact Wrestling and back where he belongs. Eric Young defeats Rhino by submission. Well done to ref Brian Hebner. You did a really good job. My rating for this match is 10 out of 10. Kimberly and Suzanne versus Jordan Grace and Jazz. Jordan Grace and Jazz reunite as a tag team to take on Kimberly and the new look Suzanne, as the Knockouts champion Deonna Purrazzo is at ringside as well. This was an entertaining Knockouts tag team match, and we got to see a lot of moves from all of the Knockouts involved, and it was exciting to watch as well. With a bit of help from Deonna hitting the Knockouts title on the back of Jazz's head, Suzanne defeats Jazz by pinfall, so Kimberly and Suzanne win the match. Well done to Ref Daniels. That was an awesome match. My rating for this match is 10 out of 10. Brian Myers versus Falaba. Balabar returns to an Impact Wrestling ring as he sets out to shut up the obnoxious Brian Myers in a hard-hitting one-on-one match on this week's Impact Wrestling. Brian Myers will have his work cut out in the form of Falaba, as he is an awesome wrestler and has been awesome to watch and putting on some great matches. So Brian Myers will have a tough match here tonight on Impact in this match. Brian Myers is trying to fight back against Falaba and manages to take down Falaba with some fists to the head of Falaba. I am finding this match very entertaining. It has that feeling when you don't know who is going to win. Wow! And somehow Brian Myers manages to defeat Falaba by pinfall to make him the winner of the match. Well done to ref Brandon Tolley. An awesome match. That was an awesome match. My rating for this match is 9 out of 10. Don't forget to sign up for Impact Plus, where you can also watch Impact Wrestling as well, and all classic TNA and pay-per-views. Start your Impact Plus 30-day free trial, impactwrestling.com/Impact Plus. Main event time. Chris Sabin and the Cowboy James Storm versus Private Party. Matt Hardy leads his clients, the Private Party, into a battle against the TNA Originals, Chris Sabin and James Storm, in a wild battle for the chance to be #1 contendership for the Impact Tag Team Championship. I really enjoyed this main event it was total non-stop action and fast-paced as well throughout the match. It is what you call a main event on Impact Wrestling. Here comes AEW owner Tony Khan and Jerry Lynn with their chairs to watch the match. But what are they up to? I think Impact Wrestling need to hire some more security, as how did they manage to get to the Impact Zone? The Private Party are working together on James Storm with a split leg and a double drop kick to James Storm. Chris Sabin is taking on both members of the Private Party, and Chris Sabin with a DDT to one member of the Private Party. This is one hell of a main event we are seeing here from all four wrestlers in this match. I thought it would not go smooth sailing, as Jerry Lynn jumps the guardrail and grabs the leg of Chris Sabin on the turnbuckle. Private Party manages to defeat Chris Sabin and the Cowboy James Storm by picking up the win with some help from Jerry Lynn. Well done to ref Brian Hebner, you did an awesome job. My rating for this match is 10 out of 10. So, Private Party is the #1 contender for the Impact Tag Team titles, and the match has been set as the Good Brothers versus Private Party with Matt Hardy takes place at No Surrender only on Impact Plus Saturday, February the 13th for the Impact World Tag Team Championship. If you agree with me, please comment below, as I would like to know what you think of this week's episode as well. Please leave it in the comment section down below. I would like to say a big thank you to Impact Wrestling UK and 5-Star TV and the Fight Network UK and Skyway Studios, also Access TV and Free Sports TV. Don't forget to tune in this Tuesday for Impact on Access TV at 8/7 Central and Free Sports on a Wednesday night at 10 PM. Please don't forget to check out our online store. I will leave the link in the description column down below. Start your Impact Plus 30-day free trial impactwrestling.com/Impact Plus. The link is also in the description column down below as well. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and also make sure you click on the little bell icon, and I will see you in the next video.